Chasing the stars, we'll stride into the dawn. Never back down till the battle is won. Face each foe with hearts brave and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you.
Hello, I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Patreon request today, Some Call Me Johnny's review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Wow, not even 2 seconds in and he's already steaming mad.
First and foremost, in case some of you weren't aware already, but I've played this game more times than necessary.
I mean, technically once is more than necessary, but I get your point. You poor soul.
If for some reason this review doesn't satisfy you, you can probably get a bit more clarity on my opinions with the Let's Play.
This video is an hour long, I hope it's enough.
Well, in July of 2008, I finally managed to grab myself an Xbox 360, and believe it or not, this was the first game I bought for the system.
I'm surprised you didn't get a refund after that.
For those of you unaware, Blaze initially debuted in Sonic Rush, a title for the Nintendo DS that established that Blaze was from a different dimension, where she ruled as Queen. Here, however, she's from the future.
I mean, she could be both.
I'm sorry, but combining the cartoony character designs of the Sonic universe with photorealistic environments and people just doesn't work for me.
Oh, just wait till the movie.
Soleanna throws festivals annually just to make sure their god doesn't wipe them out. Because that's what we need in a Sonic game. A civilization that worships their god out of fear.
I mean, I guess I don't really see why, but I also don't really see why not.
I'm assuming at this point Knuckles has some sort of robotic guard dog watching the Master Emerald back on Angel Island. It seems with each game they release, they forget more and more about Knuckles' role as the guardian of the Master Emerald.
Does it really matter? I mean, was Knuckles ever really that good at his job?
This caused an explosion that resulted in Solaris being separated into two beings, the Eternal Flame known as Iblis, and the Black Shadow known as Mephiles.
If the two halves are both evil, maybe y'all should find another god. I hear Palutena's looking for new followers.
Apparently, because time travel is such a chaotic plot element, Shadow was always meant to seal Mephiles inside the Scepter of Darkness 10 years ago, but there's just one little problem with that. Shadow was still cryogenically frozen on Prison Island during that time.
Shadow's future self is the one destined via time travel.
If she ever cries, Iblis would be released.
I'm sure the intention was to make it sound poetic, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
This causes the ship to crash, killing both Eggman and Elise, but no sign of Iblis. Huh.
Well, you can't cry if you're dead.
But Shadow simply removes the inhibitor rings around his wrist, granting him extra strength, easily allowing him to defeat Mephiles. That would have been useful to use earlier, Shadow, just saying.
Usually there is a reason why characters have restrictions put on them. Usually it's because they're either a danger to themselves or the people around them. I don't know what Shadow's deal is, but I hope that there's some reason like that.
For you see, Sonic is only mostly dead.
Well, it just so happens that your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth.
That clip worked way better than it had any right to.
From a distance, Sonic watches the celebration, ending the game with a nice little musical piece and more evidence that Sonic the Hedgehog's overall continuity is an absolute clusterfuck.
I thought that always was the case.
And no, don't tell me because it was rushed. I don't care about that. They released the game, I'm going to review what was given to me. I'm not going to cut the game any slack because what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, personally, I'd be more willing to give the game slack on this, but the rush nature really is more of an explanation than an excuse.
And you can purchase the Lightspeed Dash, even though I thought that was a natural ability by Sonic Heroes, whatever. It still works like it did in Adventure 2 and Heroes, so yeah.
It works? Hell, I found it awkward to use.
I don't count the final stage, the end of the world, in the last story, because it's just a shameless rehash of previous stages with different characters that can easily blow through them.
The final level, called End of the World, is spent revisiting past locations. Why does that sound familiar?
The encounter with Silver, besides having all the issues of a typical character battle in a 3D Sonic game, is made worse with a completely loose camera. It never focuses on Silver, so not only do you have to keep your distance, you have to make sure you don't accidentally run into him.
Fun fact, this fight is the reason why I never completed this game.
You guys may be questionably loud at times, but you know, I'd be hard-pressed to find fans that love a video game character as much as you guys do.
Anyway, this review is pretty good.
There may be a little too much anger on display for my taste, but it's very clear that it's born out of passion for the blue blur.
And hell, it's not all negative. I'm also not a fan of how long the video runs, but I can't say that any of the time was wasted. Johnny goes into more detail about this game than any other reviewer I've seen, so good on him for that. I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you. Come to think of it, no. Reviewer and it. Sorry to say I won't be around for the next several weeks. After Fedora faded away, the council has been looking for someone to replace her as Grand Council person. Apparently, many of the members think it should be me, seeing as how I technically founded it. As I will be in meetings, I won't be around to keep an eye on you two. Please try not to get into any trouble while I'm gone. Mistus. P.S. Sorry I didn't have time to say this in person. Oh, come on. Nothing actually bad has happened to us all year. Reviewer, something bad has happened. Alright, what's going on?
Well, we were doing a bit of spring cleaning on all the computers, and we found a weird character file in your recycle bin.
Oh no. Please tell me you did not restore her!
Whoa!
She may have gotten into the main system and have control over all the security programs.
Hello, reviewer. It's been a while.
Jeez. I couldn't bring myself to fully delete her. Alright, Monica, what do you want?
Simple. The same thing I've wanted ever since you first booted up my game.
Really? I thought you would hate me after you know.
Oh, I did. But I realized that it wasn't your fault I got deleted. Besides, you said it yourself. You're the reason I'm still here. You clearly aren't the heartless monster I assumed you were. Now, we can be together forever.
Monica, you know that this can never work. We don't exist in the same space.
Well, that's easy to remedy. Travel into the computer realm is practically Technomancy 101.
Delia!
Oops.
I'll make you a deal, reviewer. You come join me in my world, and I'll unlock the security system so your friends will be free. Win-win.
Fine, just give us a little bit of time to work on some reviews. Come on, We've got a lot of filming ahead of us.